Hello everyone, here is Anthony with Boarding Channel 8, and today I would like to share a personal story of mine, something that happened just a couple hours ago to me. Just out of nowhere, as you might already suspect from the title, a friend of mine wrote me on Instagram and he reacted to one of Charlie Kirk's posts that I've shared in my stories. And mind you, I've shared these posts which were all really nice towards what Charlie was standing up for. Not saying that Charlie's takes were all perfect, but I was trying to dissolve this notion that Charlie Kirk was an evil human being. And to my surprise, I received today a treatment that I was hearing about this as an urban legend for years. So I had this message I'll show you just in a bit popping up. Take a look, guys. So my former friend wrote me, "Bro, not sure as I didn't watch this fucker's videos." So let me introduce you to this answer. I was asking, while posting a video, I was asking, was Charlie so evil? Right? Is this evil? And he answers, "Bro, not sure as I didn't watch this fucker's video. I hope you're not supporting this rat." Seriously, I was shocked at first, but not enough, to be honest. I was expecting something like this at some point, but maybe not from this particular person, but that made it still, as I was expecting it, a little bit less shocking, but still shocked in a way he was phrasing it, in a way he was talking. So I answered, "You didn't watch his videos, but yet you call him a rat." Not sure if you're trolling me or what. I thought maybe he's trolling me, and maybe it's just a prank. I thought so, really, because I had a really high opinion. I had a high opinion of this person. So I also answered, generally speaking, I'm not in support of cheering and supporting murder of an innocent human being, regardless of if I agree with him or not. Let me also show you, before we move forward with the conversation, let me show you the reel in question, okay? So this was the reel in question.
Want to live in a country where if a woman does not want to go to work having to have a kid, she does not have to go to work and she can stay at home and raise those kids. We should all seek to build that country. It's good for men, it's good for women, it's good for kids, good for family, good for community. It's not knocking people that use daycare at all. If you have to use daycare, God bless you, I know it's tough, but honestly, too many people have to. In 1980s, a father working was able to support an entire family. Now things are so expensive, homes are out of reach, inflation has crushed us. Both the man and the woman have to go into the workforce. That is bad. It is bad for everybody. It creates strangers raising our kids. It creates women that have to go into the workforce that are unhappy in their job because they'd rather have their 6-month-old baby in their arms. And honestly, it's much more important for you to raise your 6-month-old baby than crunching numbers on a spreadsheet for some company that doesn't even know your name. I want to live in a country.
So, for me personally, there is not much not to agree with in this take that Charlie had on how children should be raised and how families should be able to support themselves for extended period of time, meaning up to 6-7 years of the child's age, just by one income. Something that it shouldn't be considered really controversial, but for some reason that was the answer to this reel. So let's move on to his answer. So +1 on the killing part. All right, that's great. Everything else is weak and bubble the Insta algo pushed you into. So he already pushed this narrative onto me that I was somewhat influenced by the algorithm and I cannot think for myself. I'm not arguing, but I'm telling you, I will unfollow to not see this idiot. So he's informing me that he's gonna unfollow me to not see this idiot, meaning Charlie Kirk. Stop getting your infos from Instagram video about people. The person wants his daughter to deliver the baby even though she would have it from rape. I should say grape probably, I'm sorry, YouTube, I'm new to this. I'm sorry, grape. If you support this, cool, but I don't. So he immediately pushed all Charlie's possible views onto me, and if I support some of his views, I'm immediately supporting all of his views. Your opinion, your decisions. So he's basically putting me in this situation where this is your opinion, your decision, but we are here, you know. Kudos, we are here going separate ways. Kudos to him. He gave me heads up. There are people who just unfollow, and many of them did. But be careful to not just spend hours in Insta and get your brain killed by algo videos. So he's still pushing. This is his argumentation. Wish you all the best. I said, okay, you are out of line, my friend. I don't necessarily have to agree with one take from several other ideas. So I don't deny that Charlie had this take on abortion. I didn't agree with all of his takes. So let's put it this way. But let's move forward to the last one that I picked. We went back and forward, and then he said, bottom line for me, I don't want to be in this bubble. I don't want to see these videos of that person. I told him it's not the words, how you said it, because he was apologizing. It's how you act, and that's why I draw my personal line. I unfollow AFD, so he's putting Charlie in the same category as many Germans perceive AFD, Alternative für Deutschland, as a Nazi extreme right-wing party. I unfollow all those stuff. So he says he doesn't want to be in this bubble, so he's unfollowing just to stay in his bubble that he wants to stay in. So I just posed this question that I didn't really expected any answer for, which was, so by closing yourself to an opinion, you are putting yourself outside some perceived bubble or inside another one. That was really something that I was curious about at first, but I knew that I'm not going to get the answer. I told him, do whatever you want. You didn't offend me. It's fine. It's your choice. And he said, yes, I don't think Insta videos are the way too good. So he's still going with this narrative. So this is how I lost a friend. To sharing Instagram reel that was very not harmful at all. I think it provoked certain questions about our society and how we do things and how things are done nowadays, and also what I was trying to do was trying to mitigate a little this notion that Charlie Kirk was an evil person, a rat, as this former friend of mine has put it, this idiot, as he said as well. Forming an opinion by his own admission that he didn't watch his videos. I'm baffled by this logic. I don't understand this logic. I don't understand this way of thinking, this line of thinking. And it's not because I'm right-wing or left-wing. It's just because I'm human. and I don't form opinions based on what somebody else tells me or what I hear, but by hearing the person that I should form the opinion about. And in my opinion, there was not much controversial about Charlie Kirk. There were some portions of his speech that were controversial for some, not so controversial for others. And I can agree with that. And I'm sure I don't agree with, for example, his take on this raped daughter. But it's still somewhat understandable from the position that he was coming from, but still not something that I think that we should practice. Not at all. There should be this choice of probably letting the baby go in this case. But I'm not here to debate that. I'm just here to understand how is this possible that people are unfollowing each other over opinions or even shared posts. Shared post. I'm sorry, excuse me. Doesn't mean that I'm somewhat agreeing with everything that person is doing. The whole plethora of things. I don't see the world black and white. Let me know what you think. How do you perceive world? Do you see it also so black and white in political discourse, in life, or are things more nuanced, more layered? As we all humans are. We are complicated. We are not so simple as we think. I hope. I hope we are not. But things nowadays are pretty much derived or divided just into 2 digits, black and white, 0 or 1. It's mind-boggling. So let me know. Let me know in the comments. I'm always interested to hear your thoughts, and see you in the next one.